Hey y'all, it's Michael and it's Vlogtember Day 9, and today I wanted to talk about the Ancient Magus' Bride. So I'm going to talk about the manga, the prequel anime, and then the movie, and then anime that's coming up within a few weeks in October. So this will include no spoilers. It's just more of what I think about I guess, the whole thing in general. The Ancient Magus' Bride right now is really popular, and I'm gonna let you know why. Like, the pieces are basically falling in together, and I think it's going to be one of the top animes that everybody will be talking about when it hits in October. So let's talk about the manga first. Currently, right now, as the filming of this, there are 7 volumes of the manga. I've only read up to the 6th volume because my library doesn't have the 7th volume, and I'm hoping that they get it soon. But I do feel as though I do have a good grasp of the story, the characters, and everything, even up to the 6th volume. So I feel like I have a good take on it. I'm just hoping they don't like mess it up within the 7th volume. So this is up to the 6th volume on what I think about it. This story is about Chise Haratori, who gets yeah, I guess you could. It's found out in the beginning, so I guess I could say it. But who basically um, gets sold to like an auctioning bid in this magical world, and she gets bought by this horned skull creature by the name of Elias. And so Elias purchases her, and I mean, it's not. I don't think it's a spoiler, but the ancient Magus' bride, like, you kind of know what's going to happen. So the story is mainly following Chise as she harnesses her powers, because she's actually a special type of, I guess you could say, a magician. Like, she has special powers. She's what's called a buggy. The good thing about this manga is that it does a really good job of explaining this world, because there are actually terms in here that I've never experienced before, and I do like read, watch, consume a lot of like magical things, and there were some concepts in here that I was like, "Ooh, how does that work?" And it's a really interesting take on some of your normal magical fairy tale basic world building. So I really do enjoy that. There are some really slight twists that I do really enjoy. The manga is drawn beautifully. Like, it is beautifully drawn. The creature design is so cool. Like, the way that this world is built, it's one of those mangas. It is a little bit slower building up, but it it oh my, when I say it is worth it, I'm gonna gush about volume 5, but I'll let you guys know what I think about that volume. Was amazing. I'll talk about it in a few minutes. So I really enjoyed the world building. The one thing that I do have to slight the manga off in general, is, while some of the creature designs are so cool, like Elias design wise, I was like, oh, that's so cool. And some of the other creatures, there's this fine line of inspiration and uh, copying. I'm not gonna say plagiarizing, but copying, in the way that some creatures looked eerily familiar from other. Not even like, obviously Yamazaki is taking inspiration from all sorts of media, but there are some creature designs in here, and some, I was like, that creature looks really familiar from animes that I have seen, and like popular animes that a lot of um, people have seen. And while it's not copying, it is close. I don't have a problem with it, but it did strike me. The story is really interesting. Like, it's so interesting. There's this hook of exactly what is Chise, and why she's so special. So that is like the hook. This manga in general does a fantastic job of character development, and everything comes together in volume 5 that it I knew that it was doing fantastic characterization, because there is a sub story. Like, it's not even the main plot, it's actually the sub story, and it is beautifully told. I'm not gonna lie, I got teary eyed. I was like, and it's not even that's what killed me. It's the side characters and how Chise interacts with them. It was a story. It was so heartfelt, and as a creator, as someone who loves the arts, I like it. It struck a personal nerve with me, and it's one of those love stories too that I was like, oh my god, this is good. Like I was rooting for that story, and the conclusion to it is heartbreaking but inspirational. I was like, this is a manga I need to keep up with. That's what volume 5 was, when I was like, oh, this is special. It that fantastic. The characters are fantastic. I really enjoyed them. The thing though is I have noticed as we do go further along with this, the relationship between Elias and Chise is a little bit more towards your typical, I would probably say, like, I want to say weakly girl with a a guy that's like protecting her type of situation. It was giving me a little bit of Black Butler vibes, if you've ever seen that anime or manga. It's giving me a little bit of that, and you take it as it is, but that is one thing that I do notice, and it's one of those personal preferences that it's like a little bit of a turnoff for me. But I mean, I'm willing to go past look over it because everything else is so exceptional. I really love it. There are some parts in this I do have to mention, for me anyways, that the way that the panels are presented. I think it was volume 3. Yeah, I think it was volume 3 or 4. It's one of them. There's a story in there, and I personally got confused because the way that the panels were going, I was like, this is a. It was a really weird arrangement. I just thought it was really weird. But yes, I highly recommend the manga. I think it is great. Like, there's a. This is gonna be hype. I'm telling you guys now. So first off, the prequel anime. The prequel anime actually happens during the main story, but doubles back because more of Chise, how she discovers this magical world per se. And the reason why I wanted to upload this on September 9th is because this prequel is actually in 3 parts. Part 1 and 2, as the current filming of this right now, it's already out. Go watch it. It's on Crunchyroll. It's amazing. And part 3 actually is supposed to be out today on the 9th of September. I don't know if anything's changed, but it's supposed to be out. It's going to be amazing. I'm going to be watching it. So if you follow me on Twitter, that way you can see what my thoughts are as I'm watching the anime. But yeah, I'm really excited. It's this the prequel anime and the main anime. So let me just talk about the main anime. So Crunchyroll had presented this thing. It was like only for one night. You might have seen it in my battle. You might have seen it in one of my vlogs. But they do this thing called movie night to, like, I guess, gather people that love anime as much as you do, go watch a movie. So they did one for the Ancient Magus' Bride. It was basically the first 3 episodes, so we got to watch it in August, way before now. So like in October, when they premiered the anime. This anime will be popular. The reaction and how just watching it come alive, the anime really follows the manga closely. I was like, oh, it's very similar. The way that I saw it, reading it, it follows really closely, and it is the prequel anime and the anime. It is beautifully animated, beautifully. I'm not joking. Beautifully animated, like for real. And this is also one of the reasons why it's hyped up, because the studio that's actually animating the anime is Wit Studio, which their most popular anime is Attack on Titan. And like I mentioned in a previous Friday Reads, while I fault Attack on Titan because of the some of the storytelling cross aspect of it isn't as great in my opinion. The anime of that, it is fantastic. Like the animation of that show, it is so beautifully animated. It's beautifully animated. So yeah, the actual anime is going to start in October, so it's going to hit their fall. It's gonna hit the fall season, and I'm really excited for it. definitely for sure on a lot of people's most anticipated fall show. If you watched the prequel anime, read any of the manga, went to the Crunchyroll movie night, let me know what you think about it. I would love to hear your thoughts. I'm excited. Like I'm genuinely excited for this anime. So until then, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye.